A more complicated scene. I've gone ahead and already opened our desktop software. As in the previous one, we were connected to the local network. So we can go ahead and click on here, group, and there's the controllers. We have not named it yet. Here is where the name would go, the group, the device model number, the IP address, the number of outputs the controller can handle, the DMX channels, number of triggers, and also the status of the controller. To get started here, we'll go ahead and create a new scene. In that scene, we will specify a number of outputs, and we'll just say 4 since we only have 4 LEDs that we are using. Then we can go ahead and specify the number of DMX outputs, and as I said in the previous video, it was a 5 channel fixture, so we'll go ahead and use 5 channels. The first channel is reserved, so we won't do anything with that channel. So what we can do is go ahead and make a little sequence here. Now this is in time, so we can have our outputs doing different things as we go along, so we'll have them alternate back and forth for a while. Just for an example, and we'll do a few long ones. And then we can go ahead and work on our DMX, and you expand those by double clicking. Come up here, click the line rule, and this is the dimmer channel. So we'll go ahead and maybe, since this is the scare scene we're doing, we'll go ahead and start at 0 and have it shoot straight up, almost straight up, and then it'll stay there. It'll go through strobing, and maybe we'll have it come back down through strobing, up, and then we'll just end it there. And then you can press escape, and that will quit drawing your line. Double click again to collapse it, and maybe we'll stagger the order that these DMX channels come in at. They're red, green, and blue. So we'll, like before, just click. Maybe we'll have these on actually. So we'll come in strobing. And we'll just go over, and we'll do that for the rest of them. Double click on channel 4, grab your drawing tool, scroll all the way over, click again, escape, collapse that, double click, and we'll do the same thing again. Escape, and we'll collapse that. And then we can go ahead and add some audio to the scene. If you come down here, you'll see MP3 associated, none. So we can double click on that, and this will pull up all the audio files that are on the controller. And we'll go ahead and maybe we'll do creepy.mp3 for this. Or we'll do laughter, as this is the scare scene. So it will set the MP3 to that. And then we can go ahead and we'll upload this to the controller. We'll click on upload to name, and then that will now be on the controller. And we can click done. We'll go ahead and create another new one. Let's go ahead and name that previous one, as that is new. And we'll name that scare. As now scare. So now we can create a new scene. And we'll go ahead and name this one right away. And this will be idle. Or, yeah, we'll just do idle. And spell. Click OK. And that failed because it is not uploaded yet. We will go ahead and create our outputs again. We'll add our DMX channels. And we'll just have this do some real simple stuff while it's hanging out. We'll have DMX. We'll just turn our DMX all the way up. And we'll just leave it there for a little bit. We'll hit escape, collapse it. Maybe we'll have these guys come in one at a time, just as we did before. And then we can have them go out too. escape. And in these DMX channels, that is the actual intensity of the light per channel that we are creating. So on a value from 0 to 255 as DMX works. Escape. And we'll go ahead and do one more. And then we'll hit escape. We'll collapse that. And we'll make a few more little stair steps in here. And then you can also click on a previous one that you've created and drag it out. Okay, now we can go ahead and upload this now that it has content in it. The scene has been uploaded successfully, and we'll go ahead and change the name of it now that it's on the controller. Or we'll add a MP3 first to laugh or creepy. This is going to be our idle. And then we'll go ahead and change the name to idle. Now that has all been successful, as you see, we had to have the file created on the controller before we could change the name to it. And we'll go ahead and upload that and make sure everything's there. Another feature you can do while you're working on it is you can synchronize and watch the scene after you've created it. So now it'll synchronize that, and it'll actually do that along with the controller while it's playing. And you can also stop it. So we will go ahead and maybe we'll associate some triggers to these since it's scare, and we do have a trigger hooked up to input 1 or trigger 1. We'll just click on that and it will change it to trigger 1. And then for the idle, we'll double click after it downloads, change that to idle. And now that has been done, and we'll see you again in part 3.